Hey guys, so we are live now. We're live now. Awesome. All right. Hey guys, this is Dr. Nancy Lee. We are live on YouTube. Let me see who else is here with us. Awesome. Okay, great. For anybody who is new to my channel, this is Dr. Nancy Lee. I help people transition from worker bee to product manager and business leader. I want everybody who join us right now, comment on the chat, what's your name, where are you from, what's your New Year's resolution. And today we are going to do lots of live questions, mock interviews, and also review your 30 seconds elevator pitch. And for people who already submit requests, today we have 30 different requests who want to do live free coaching with me. For people who already submit requests, some of you guys have already been selected, and you should already received a link to join the Zoom with me live right now to do the mock interviews and also 30 seconds elevated pitch. Okay, so for you guys who already got the link and you can get ready to join, and you will be putting on the wait list in the Zoom right now. So I can see somebody who's already in the lobby. And cool, as we are doing this, and you can still submit your questions throughout the chat on the side as well. Okay, so let's do this. Yes, welcome. Awesome. Okay, great. So, and quick housekeeping regarding what's going to happen today. So, who I'm teaching you guys, and right now I am Dr. Nancy Lee. I help people transition from worker bee to product manager and business leader. Actually, my New Year's resolution is to do YouTube Live, do free coaching every week. So let's see how long this is gonna last. I'm very excited. So far, we have been 2 weeks straight through this live coaching. For anybody who want to join me live, get coach free for live through Zoom. And in the description of this the video, where you can see this link, this is a Google form. You can submit your questions and requests to join me live, get free coaching. Okay, so as we get started, let me also do this. See, whoever join us, please make sure you introduce yourself, what's your name, where you coming from, and also put in your questions so that I can get ready to answer any of your questions. Okay, awesome. And we also have actually lots of questions in the Google form already. So for people who already get the link, and you should get ready to join me live on Zoom as well. Okay. Now, let me also start sharing you guys regarding what's going on in the job market and regarding product management, and so that you guys can get ready. Okay, so something very quick regarding the product management space, and the market is getting very, very hot. As of like the first 2 weeks of January, and our student already received, I think, like 5 or 6 offers was in the PM Accelerator program. So I want all of you guys to get ready and learn how to use the most effective strategy to become a product manager. Now, let me share with you regarding, I made some slides for you. And if you have, hold on, let me bring this up. So if you have any interview coming up, I want you guys to do this. Can you guys see my screen? Okay, so if any interview coming up, I want you guys immediately go to this website to use this links to get ready for your mock interviews. Okay, so there are 50 FAANG interview questions database I have collected. This is real life like interview questions in those FAANG companies, and those interview questions can be used for non-FAANG companies as well. You can go to this link at drnancy.com/50FAANG and make sure you put in the capital letter. FAANG has the capital letters. drnancy.com/50FAANG, and use those to get ready for your mock interview. So you really need to get prepared. We're also going to do mock interviews today with me live today. So whoever submitted questions during live interviews, if you're selected, we have 20 submissions. I think we'll only select a few of those to join me live today. So if you get the link, get ready to join the Zoom. You will be placing in the waiting room right now. Okay, and at the same time, make sure you take a screenshot and directly go to the link to download the 50 interview questions database. Now, also have another quick reminder, if you have any like interviews coming up and you are getting ready to prepare for landing your dream product manager job offer, and feel free to check out my free product masterclass where I teach you how to land your dream product manager job offer within 60 days. Okay, and then at the same time, the link to register the free masterclass is drnancy.com/masterclass. Okay, drnancy.com/masterclass, and you guys can take a screenshot right now and go to my website to sign up for the free training. And I have people actually literally messaging me saying that, hey, I have like specific like interviews coming up, and using the framework we teach that person for the master class, and that person was able to immediately land like several interviews at Fortune 500 companies within 24 hours. Okay, so I want you guys to use these free resources to join us today as well. Okay, now let me also share with you guys regarding how to get free training. Okay, so how to get selected for free coaching with me through Zoom, and also being streamed through YouTube Live. And that's following two things. And first of all, anybody who's supporting nonprofits, if you know me, I'm very big on nonprofit. Okay, and for anybody who's supporting nonprofit, and you make any donation to any of the three educational nonprofit I support, you're able to get free coaching from me. Okay, you just need to let me know the name that you make donation. Okay. The name of the nonprofit is on my Instagram. You can go to my Instagram at Dr. Nancy Lee, and just everything is Dr. Nancy Lee. Okay, just go there and check out the nonprofit I support, so you get priorities to get coached from me for free. And then for anybody else who are my YouTube subscribers, and most likes and comments and shares, and you are able to directly join me and live here to get free coaching as well. Okay, we have the first person who already joined us, and Joyce, when you join here, so make sure you put still stay unmuted until I unmute you. Okay, so I also see someone else already was in the waiting room and disconnected later on, so you can rejoin if you accidentally get disconnected. Okay, so once it goes through the housekeeping content, we're gonna go back to the free coaching for you guys. All right, so, and also I encourage people, so get ready, turn on your camera, so maybe clean up your background. Joyce, you are the first person who is going to get free coaching with me today. Okay, very cool. So that's how we do it. And another thing is that I also want to give you, so product management interview questions. Let me review some of the questions actually. So for example, someone asked me this question last time many times regarding, do you need technical background to become a product manager? So depends on the company. For companies like Google, the answer is no. Okay, the answer is yes for Google, because Google will have software engineer to interview you and ask you questions in terms of like architecture questions and software engineering questions. For non-Google type of interviews, you don't need those kind of like technical background at all. In fact, lots of my students who are like healthcare professional, who are accountant, they shift their industry completely. They didn't know how to code at all. Okay, so I want you guys really laser focus on the right company fit that can be utilized for who you are, and they appreciate your specific background. So you do not need technical background for some companies. For Google, yes, you need some technical background. Okay, so as we're getting started, let's do this. Let me invite Joyce. Okay, so let's do this. I believe so. Joyce, you can. I see your comment. Okay, so Joyce, you can unmute yourself now, and also, yeah, let me stop this. Very cool. How are you? I cannot hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Welcome, welcome.
Okay, great. Hi.
Hey.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you. I actually just discovered you today, and I was watching your video on Uber, the Uber disabilities, the app on how to answer the case study question, and it was fascinating. So yeah, learned about you today and signed up for this. So thank you so much for having this Zoom session.
My pleasure, my pleasure. And you're very lucky. I just started doing this like last week, doing a free coaching live, and just join us. I also see that you had lots of likes and comments, and so that's why we started to do like interview, mock interview, or any kind of free coaching with you getting started. And also another quick reminder, for other people I got selected, and you already received the Zoom link to join us as well. You'll be putting on the waiting room until we go through each of this one by one. Okay, so let me also make sure the gallery view. How can we do a side-by-side gallery view? Why up and down? Do a side-by-side. Can you see me? Is that a side-by-side right now?
You're side-by-side with me.
Oh, you're up and down with me.
Oh.
Okay, so I hope this will still work. Okay, so let's make sure this is gonna work. I think maybe after I stop the chat window. Hold on, let me do this chat window. It's still, sorry, just make this. Oh, now it's side by side. I just need to make my window bigger and broader. Okay, awesome. Okay, great. So let's do this. So Joyce, so let me know what do you want to help with. I think one mail request is 30 seconds elevator pitch or something, right?
Yeah, somebody made the request for elevator pitch. That's something I would love to. I specifically asked about case studies. I don't know if you were aware of this. The Shopify, they have an apprentice program, a product manager program that the applications just closed yesterday. So I applied for that. So my background is in marketing, specifically brand management. And I'm looking to pivot into product management, and just wanted to, that's how I stumbled upon your video, because I wanted to learn more about the case study portion of the interview. And it's very different from when you're being asked to do marketing analysis or a standard like business analysis. So the fundamentals are there, your problem solving, but the steps and the framework is very different. So I wanted to learn more about that, so that way I can be better prepared to answer these kind of interview questions.
Awesome. Okay, so this is first of all, congratulations, you're already in the race, so you're trying to get in. I think the most important thing for everybody is you really set very clear goal. Okay, so it's most important thing, so you want to become a PM. Now it's just like we're getting ready to be on the next level of who you are. So now let me tell you regarding different steps you need to do. Okay, first of all, regarding people with branding background, actually this happened to my student as well. Just one my student actually, she was in my PM Accelerator program. She joined during Thanksgiving, and I think last week, actually 2 weeks ago, the first week of January, she already landed a PM job offer as a senior PM job offer in the rental car company, in the premium rental car company, also with branding background. First of all, I do want you to understand, yes, you can become product manager as well. The second thing, I really want to change your mindset regarding maybe you don't have to be in a APM level, maybe it's a PM level. So really depends on how many years of experience you have. Okay, you might be overqualified. Maybe if you're not selected for interview, maybe she already have many years experience, so you're not qualified because you're overqualified. Okay, so first of all, tell me how many years experience you have.
I have over 10 years of experience,
Oh,
and it's
overqualified.
been, oh, okay. Well, they did say in their session, they said we're looking for entrepreneurs and people who want to change careers. So I thought I fell into that category. And they said that as long as you have less than 1 year of PM experience, you're qualified. I'm like, well, I have none, so I'm qualified.
Okay, so here's the thing. That's lots of things I tell my students. So lots of those called APM program that mainly aiming at someone who is like relative, like earlier in their career. If you already have 10 years experience, you can just go after PM experience, like PM
Really?
title directly. Like my student who was in branding, she was like doing like also working for packaging company, has no PM experience, but she has experience in other industry, right? So she landed an offer as a senior PM. Okay. And yeah, you know, very like premium like a car rental company in London and in Europe, I think. Yeah, she's in Europe. All right. So with similar background as you, that's why step one, I really want you guys set the right goal, right strategy, right? So you are qualified to go for any PM title. You don't have to, but for senior PM. So I teach our students how to really be qualified for senior PM, really learn how to do that. That's no problem. But at least I want you to understand you can be qualified for PM. When you see other job opportunities in PM, you can be qualified to apply for that because of 10 years experience. What you need to do is that you need to identify what part of the 10 years experience is relevant to product management. For example, when you do branding, did you do anything about customer interviews, right? Do you understand customer empathy? So that's relevant to product management that can qualify you for maybe 1 year, 2 year, maybe 3 years related experience, right? So understand and really think about your 10 years experience. So let me ask you this question. With your 10 years experience, so how much is related to product management?
So my 10 years experience, it's related it's more B2B as opposed to B2C. So it's B2B selling into the wholesaler channel and focus on North America marketing and doing the omni-channel marketing, and specifically in like the luxury beauty industry. So which is not like trying to draw parallels to PM, and in terms of like collaboration, process management, getting a stakeholder approval and unifying multifunctional teams moving towards one goal. That's very similar to what I've done. So I've done my research to see how I can take my experience and match it to what a PM will. In this case, it was a PM, but now with your guidance, PM role, and trying to find similarities. It's where I'm seeing gaps is when, like, I know for the resume, like they like to have the skills table and technology and what sort of software and the space that I come from, it's lacking in terms of like, oh, did you work on HTML, JavaScript? Did you do Agile? That stuff wasn't even touched in my industry. So that's where I feel that I have a gap, and I'm just concerned like, oh, well, I have the soft skills. I don't have the hard technical skills that traditional PM would have.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I start the entire training saying that, do you need technical background to become a PM or not, right? So you need to find the right company. All right. So first of all, I want you guys to understand, maybe lots of companies that ask for those skills in the job application, that they didn't say it's required. They just say, I want to understand. Okay, they say, I want to understand, do you have it or not? If you have it, oh, maybe we can put Joyce in this team because she knows how to do HTML. And for someone else who has different background or different question, for example, yourself, that all have all the soft skills of branding, customer empathy, like GTM, everything, right? Oh, she's very good at this. Maybe we can put on in a different kind of product team that focus on like GTM or like B2C, or even for B2B companies, a product, you still need those kind of customer facing type of product manager roles, right? So really need to understand this ahead of time. I also recommend you guys to do research about different companies' title, their requirements. Also give you another example. One of my students landed a job offer in Uber as a product operations manager. All right, so in Uber, the title of product operations manager actually is external facing PM. It just name it differently. You know, so external facing PM, Uber in title, like the title is called like product operations manager. So you can go after those as well. So external facing PM, what they do in Uber is they're going to talk to customers, understand the pain point, create requirements, and bring the requirement back in the team. And their product manager within Uber is like they are more engineering facing. They manage internal stakeholders. So to be honest, with your background and the branding background, so for so many years, you might be interested in just going for external facing PM role. And then, oh, the 10 years experience, I love it. They might even be able to give you a title, like senior PM title, just like my other students, right? So you really need to have your fit. So in my free masterclass, where I shared with you guys earlier, we are talking about the profit framework. The fit is very important. F, profit, the fit stands for like the culture fit. So that's where you need to have a fit. Okay, so for people quick over here, for anybody who knows how to find the information, here is this, just share my screen very quickly. So this masterclass is this one. All right, so you can go to my website, How to Land Your Dream Product Manager Offer in 60 Days, where we talk about the profit framework, where the fit is where you need to identify, right, Grace? So now let's go to second step regarding, okay, so we know you need to find certain company that fit. So let's assume the company still needs like product cases, right? That's your original question, right? What if we have product cases coming up, how to prepare for it? Is that your original question?
Yes. The case studies, great. Yeah.
Okay, great. So now let me also break the case studies into I say 4 different kind of case studies. There are 4 different kind of case studies. Hey guys, make sure you use the right framework for different kind of case studies. Okay, so there are product strategy, product sense, product metrics, and execution. Okay, there are 4 types. Everybody who's listening through Zoom or through YouTube Live, please make sure you write down this as well. There are 4 types of the different cases. For people who's joining here, please on Zoom, please also make sure you put your questions in the chat as well, because we have more time. We're going to do more Q&As. And then also for people who want to join us live here, feel free to email me actually direct. Let me put my email here, which is the email Nancy, drnancylee.com, to request the Zoom link. And then once we finish Grace, if we have more time, we're gonna do the next one. I think today we have more time to do more mock interviews or Q&A. Okay, and now or craft your 30 seconds elevator pitch. Okay, cool. All right. Now let's go back to the 4 types, right? 4 different cases. The most popular one are product sense interview questions. For product sense interview questions, and I have a free training for you guys to get prepared. So let's go through this. Step 1, you watch this free training. Let me show you my screen right now. So you guys know where to find free resources. I have lots of free trainings. You guys don't know how to find them. Okay, so let me go here. Where is my... Hold on, sorry. Let me go here. YouTube. Hold on. YouTube free training. Your channel. Okay, now let me do this. Let me share my screen and let me show you all the free trainings you can take right away. So share my screen. How to share my screen? Share my screen. Here. Okay, so this is my YouTube channel. The free training is here. Here. Okay, for product sense interview, the most important, okay, go here, home. The playlist is more important. And the most important one you need to learn here is this one. Okay, product case interview questions and answers, right? So this one, where I talk about how to answer design an Uber app for people with disabilities. Specifically, please make sure you write down the framework, okay? So answer those kind of product sense interview questions you go through in terms of talk about the mission and why it's important to design Uber app for people with disabilities, and the why need to match with the mission of the company. And it's very different for different companies, like why Facebook do this, why YouTube do this, right? So different company, different mission. It's very important that you align the why with the mission of the company. And now the second step is once you have that, you need to break down the customer segmentation, which I cover in my free training, right? So there's a riders and drivers. When we talk about the segmentation, you really need to pay close attention in terms of the two-sided marketplace, right? So there are like people who are riders and also drivers, and you continue to break down the sub-segmentation, like what I described in my free training, and then you prioritize different users. And like here, I told you guys how I prioritize this in my free training here. I believe I also show different kind of like prioritization framework in my free training. And then after you prioritize your users, you need to list all the pain points, right? So what are different pain points for blind people? And you really need to prioritize because blind people is different from someone who are handicapped, very different, even if they're all disabled. And so after you prioritize what the needs for blind people need to be listed, and needs for the drivers should also be listed. And then afterwards, you prioritize again. So inside of the process, I gave you the framework of prioritization is very important. Lots of people forgot how to prioritize. So you do need to prioritize in terms of like what kind of like a pain point you need to use. You need to focus on in order to provide solutions to solving that specific pain point. Okay, so any questions right now based on what I just shared with you regarding the high level framework?
No questions from me, but that was the video that led me to you this morning. Yeah.
You searched it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now besides this, we also have the product strategy type of questions, right? So I have different training about the product strategy. Let me share you another training we had. Where's the strategy? Hold on. Strategy. Let me share you my screen so you know where to find. Okay, great. So for the strategy question, where's my Gucci framework for product strategy? My Gucci, oh, this one. So how to answer product strategy questions. I invented a framework called Gucci framework. And those are examples of questions to be asked in those cases. For example, how should Lyft enter the food delivery market? What's the future of Google offices look like in the next 10 years? And all of this are related to product strategy. So it's very future looking. What should you do as a yes and no? I recommend you guys do not use a consulting framework to answer product strategy questions. It's consultant and product managers are very, very different roles. So make sure you use the right framework. Here, I invent the Gucci framework where I show you how to use the right methodology to cover the different kind of like segmentations and the needs and unmet needs. For example, I described here, the Gucci stands for goals and mission, unmet needs, and also the competition, customer segmentation, and integrated ecosystem. All right, so you need to pay close attention to these frameworks so when you answer these questions. Okay, cool. All right, so let me see. Do you have any other questions before we roll over to another student, someone else? Okay, so people who want to join that live, so you should email me, and some of you guys already get a link and you will be put on the wait list.
So I don't have any questions. I know you're going to go over the 30-second elevator pitch, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. I just wanted to say thank you. Really appreciate you putting the time and the effort and the work to have this information available for us. Thank you so much, Doctor.
No problem. So Joyce, do you have your pitch ready?
I do not have a pitch. I have a not specifically for PM. The 30-second pitch that I have is more for my marketing and brand management. I can come up with a very rough pitch on the fly if you want me to, but it would not be my best work because it literally would be on the fly back of the napkin.
No, let's have someone else who is prepared. So let me ask, so people watching us live on YouTube, who has your 30 seconds elevator pitch ready? Please comment yes in YouTube, and at the same time, let's make sure you have those kind of, I put the sum up in the chat. So of this one. Let me show others. Where's the thumb up emoji on YouTube? I'm looking for it right now. Interesting. Couldn't find it. Where is, oh, I found it. Okay, so you guys can directly put your questions here, or if you have your pitch ready, please let me know. So something, I think my screen is weird. I think because I'm doing live stream and my screen is stuck. I think my screen is stuck, but it's okay. Let me see who else has other question. Do your video great? Just one else offers. Very cool. So we have a comment actually. Dr. Lee, your YouTube videos are great. Just from watching them, I was offered a role of senior PM for startup in New York. Thank you. That's from Easy Money Golf. Awesome. Yes. Hey guys, please, pay close attention to our free YouTube training. Yes, lots of people just watching those free YouTube videos are able to land job offers as well. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think someone else already sending request and Zoom request. Okay, so let me send the Zoom request. So Joyce, if you don't have any questions, I'm gonna bring on someone else. And thank you very much for joining us. So please continue to share and support the channel by following, comment, and share, and more people will discover this. We'll also have lots of free training. Yeah, as well. So make sure there are 4 different cases. You really need to get ready.
Will do. Thank you so much, Dr. Lee. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, cool. All right. So let me bring on someone else. Hold on. Let me have a copy invitation. I believe this is the wrong right link. So Emirates, I just sent you the Zoom link. You can directly join us and sending request. Okay, and at the same time, for people who is joining us live right now, feel free to put in your questions. So Sunny said, love your videos and advice on product execution questions, especially around picking the right North Star metrics. Okay, so you want to learn how to pick the North Star metrics. So the way to, Sunny, you can join us live and I can give you specific mock interview and tell you why your answer is not good enough for certain type of interview questions. Okay, so you can email me at nancy.nancy.com. So in a high level for everybody who's joining us live on YouTube. So the way it works for the product strategy session, hold on, let me do this. Let me change the view, speaker view. Joyce, I will ask you, yes, great. So right here, great, cool. All right, so Joyce, I will ask you to, is a way to get a review, speaker view? I think it's me, right? So you guys see me on here. Okay, great. So right now, just me speaking. Yeah, Joyce, please unmute yourself as we're speaking. Okay, so to answer Sunny's question, advice on product execution question. So let me, yeah, Sunny, email me and I will send you the Zoom link. Okay, Nancy at drnancylee.com. Okay. Yeah. Amit, you also get the link as well. You guys will be in the lobby with me. Okay. Okay, so Sunny, please join very quickly, but for her to join us, so let's wait for a little bit. Okay, so in order to answer in a high level, in order to answer those North Star metrics questions, is very important. You really need to understand what is the most important fundamental metrics people need to have, need to answer in those different kind of interview questions. And for example, you cannot directly just answer, so the daily active user is very important. No, do not say the most important metric is daily active user, because everybody will say that's the most important metrics. No, for different product, sometimes the daily active user is different. and also your definition of daily active users are different. So I wouldn't recommend people directly say, hey, the most important metric is daily active user. You need to pick specific product. For example, one of the product I built in the past, actually the very first product I built was to help cities reduce car crashes, right? So the North Star metric for my product is, hey, how would you be able to reduce the number of car crashes, which is the number of car accidents being reduced was in the city is my North Star metric. So instead of the daily active user. Make sense to you guys? So pick the right type of interview questions and be very specific, right? So that's why, Sunny, you need to come in, join me live, and then I tell you what specific interview questions you have, because the metric is very different. Okay, so Emmett, I see you. Oh, you're trying to join your audio. Okay, I think you are on Emirate. You can unmute yourself and turn on your camera right now. For everyone else, you have any questions, putting on the chat. We try to answer as many questions as possible. Oh, awesome. Yes, when Amit is trying to connect. Oh, you need to, okay, yeah, I'll give you a minute. I think he's trying to have a nicer background. He just joined us to try. Yes, feel free to put up a nicer background, turn on your camera. Once you're ready, you can just directly turn on your camera, right? So right now, for every join live, and which is something I do want to share with you guys regarding, yes, the offers. Congratulations for all the offers you guys have received. And to be very frank with you guys, I'm very proud of all the achievement people has accomplished just by watching the YouTube training, and also our product manager accelerator training, which is my signature program where we help you guys to quickly land your dream product manager job offer. So for people who is interested in the PM accelerator program, you can check out this webinar right now, which is how to land your dream product manager offer within 60 days. Meanwhile, there's another the resources you guys need to use, which download this like specific training and free PDF guide where you're able to find the 50 fan interview questions land your dream job offer. Okay, so now Amy, once you're ready, let me know. Let me also let Sunny in. One sec. Where is Sunny? One sec. So you guys have so many tabs opening. Okay. All right, so Sunny, I sent you the link and you should be able to join me live, and you will be placed in the waiting room. Okay, so once we see you join us live, we will like bring you in. Okay, so Armin, are you ready? When you're ready, let me know. If you're still not ready, so let's talk about something else. Okay, so let's talk about the company that's still hiring right now, and where I'm is trying to get ready with this background. Okay, you're ready. Okay, so quick offer announcement, and very exciting actually. So within the first 2 weeks of January, our student landing offers from Microsoft and another like electric car rental company, and actually another company, what is called hold on, let me bring up the Slack channel. Actually I forgot the name of the other company. Oh, American Express, I forgot. Okay, so American Express for the APM offers within the first 2 weeks, and people are already landing offers within those companies, and they're all like within my PM accelerator program. So you guys should totally really focus on what you can control. How can you improve your interview strategies to land those job offers? Okay, so we also have another student also land his first 2 weeks within January, also land another job offer in a series, I think was series D startup. The way she land her job offer is directly using a networking strategy we teach her, and also in our free masterclass. Using the free networking strategies, she's able to get referrals and also get connected with hiring manager and continue follow up with them. And once they're hiring full-time opportunities, she was the very first person who was selected to join their company. Okay, so there's so much like celebrations and going on with you guys. We also have people like, very interesting. My marketing intern in my company actually landed 3 crypto offers. So 3 PM offer in crypto industry. This all happened within the first 2 weeks of January. 3 like PM offers in crypto, and himself only had experience for the online bookstore, which is like only e-commerce selling books. But he was able to learn crypto very quickly in order to land a job offer. So I want you guys to really figure out how can you identify the right goal, right strategies, and have a perfect match and use the right methodology to get into a dream company. Okay, so we'll share the offers later on. So let's continue regarding the training. Amit.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Okay, great. So what do you need help with?
Sure. So to be honest, I've been working in finance, in investment banking, wealth banking, for the last almost 10 years, and in a variety of different roles, from like finance related, middle office, back office, mostly. I've done like BA. I'm now consulting at the moment. I've worked in other variety of finance roles as well, and now I'm looking at getting into kind of product management. So my next rotation for my role, I've just kind of almost finished this current one, should be a product management role, but I haven't necessarily prepared as much as I probably could have for the next steps. So I'm kind of going through that at the moment, like interview prep, CVs, and all this kind of stuff. But what level of product management do you think I should be kind of going in for? Because I've written requirements documents and things, but I haven't really, let's say, I've worked a bit in an agile environment, but it's mostly been for, say, large companies, and not all of the kind of quote unquote products have been, say, customer facing. Some of them have been internal.
So very good question. So tell me how many years of experience you have in total?
About 10.
10 in total, right?
Yeah.
So what's in the 10 years? Help me to break down how many years are doing what? Like 3 years doing customer success, 3 years doing what? So tell me the breakdown.
So, okay, let me write this down. So first 6 months, probably in venture capital and operations type of role. The next year was in more of a risk function type of role, which is totally different from like product, I guess. Then it was, I guess it was also to do with kind of technology. Then I did 2 years in like a financy kind of role, like accounting for traders and stuff. Then I did a couple of years as like a BA slash business manager, leading like infrastructure programs. And now I'm doing like business analyst requirement stuff for like the last year, plus PM, more project stuff too mixed in. So yeah, I don't know if that's.
Basically, you are in many different roles right now as we're speaking, and sounds like your experience is more on business, right? So you do not have too much engineering or like interaction, am I right? Or did you even like interact with engineering teams?
So yeah, so for example, for the past year, we worked on a project building a bank. So I was kind of the face between the actual key stakeholders, which had the budget, and then the tech team, which did the building. So I wrote the documents and requirements and spoke to them on fairly regular basis.
Very cool. And yeah, that's very good actually. So this is qualified as somebody who already interfaced with engineering team, and also sounds like you also have written requirement before, because you need to like understand what they want, right? Did you even write business requirement before?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so all right. So sounds like yes. So those experience you described is related to product management. So which means you should be qualified for like PM title. Okay.
Sure.
So yeah, so do not go for APM. I do think you're overqualified given you already had related experience. So what I am afraid of is you don't know how to package your story. Okay, so lots of people have done something similar to product management or something very relevant, but when you directly present yourself, you may not be the one who is very sharp. And that's why it's very important. You need to craft your 30 seconds elevator pitch. So we have a free training where you guys can learn how to do 30 seconds elevator pitch. But based on the answer to your question is, you can just go for like PM level directly. For senior PMs, it really depends on how great you are in terms of telling your stories. And as an example I gave earlier, one of my students in my PM accelerator, so herself was in packaging industry, was branding. It has nothing to do with the PM. And herself also has lots of experience in branding, but no experience in interfacing with engineering at all. But she was able to land the senior PM like title. So it's more about how will you package your story. But at least you should go for PM. Don't go for APM. I just think you're just overqualified. And then people reject you. You saw you're not good enough. Not good enough even for APM. It's like, no, because they're overqualified for APM. Okay. It's the other way around.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, that's cool.
Good luck. Yeah.
All right, awesome.
All right. Yeah, please make sure you share and like and comment on those videos, and more people will discover this organic content. Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, so let's bring up Sunny.
Hello.
All right, so can you be specific about your question about product metrics?
Yeah, I had a interview recently at a tech company, and one of the feedback that I got back from the last round was product execution specifically to improve on. So one of the problems there was not about like, you know, if a metric went up 5%, 10% or down 5%. It was the other one where how would you measure success in XYZ within this product? So I think I probably need more practice on that. And specifically where I had trouble or like just self-feedback, where I think I messed up was around the metrics part, like finding and pinpointing the North Star metric. And I know like I watched videos on like, oh, it should be somewhere between, it should address like both the user groups, like all like this North Star metric should address all the user groups within this product. So I was just wondering like, what's your take on like finding that correct North Star metric?
Okay, so I invented a framework on my computer science PhD framework. I think one of the latest YouTube video about how to prepare for a Facebook interview, which is a meta interview. So I talked about my computer science PhD framework. So you should use that to identify different kind of parametrics. So my computer science PhD stands for it's like mission. And Y, that's my computer science, CS, customer segmentation, then PhD, which is prioritization, product health, and D means like de-risk. Okay, so it's my computer science PhD framework for people to crack those metrics. And then specifically for North Star metric, before you do that, you need to really break down the customer segmentation before you even tell them whatever it is. Okay, so segment the customer first. Now the North Star metric should be something that true drives that's relevant to the specific product. So put this way, can you give me specific examples regarding the type of interview question gave you? What product is this?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's how do I measure success for LinkedIn groups?
Aha, very cool. It matters because I taught you the framework, but how to best apply the framework is really doing lots of live like cases, which we cover. I cover almost 30 plus different kind of live cases in my Product Manager Accelerator. You guys can check out the free the training. You can check it out over there. But here, the different cases, for example, how to define the success metrics for Facebook groups. And step one is you need to break it down. The Facebook group. So who is part of the groups? So let me know what the customer segmentation of groups.
I broke it down. I'm just looking at my notes I took. I broke it down into like their actions. So kind of like the creators and then the users in the groups. I don't know if that was even the wrong way to start off.
And it is wrong. I think the reason as I said, because you guys didn't use the right framework, okay? The framework should be my computer science PhD framework. You start the right segmentation. Your segmentation is wrong. That's why your matrix is wrong. Okay. So let me give you a second chance. What do you think are the most important segmentation? The users who's using Facebook groups. Sorry, the LinkedIn groups. It's a LinkedIn group, right? Yeah, LinkedIn groups.
Yeah, and then I broke it down to like people that are like, you know, networking or connecting with other people, like mentoring, sharing information, or like job in the industry, or like job posts or relative to your company.
Yeah, that's the wrong segmentation.
Okay.
So the most important, when you do product metrics, the most important segmentation is two-sided marketplace, which we cover in another training. Let me share you guys the training. You guys don't take the training before you come here. That's why you made so many mistakes without doing trainings. Okay, let me show you the right training to have a better segmentation. Okay. Okay, for everyone else who is joining YouTube, please put your comment in the chat as well. Okay, so let me show you the free training, your channel. Okay, so it's right here. Where's my channel? Okay. All right, so this is what it looks like. In this training, the free training we got, this is talk about the top 20 Facebook or Meta, I should change the name actually, the Meta Product Manager interview questions. We're here, we talk about the two-sided marketplace, okay? For example, design an organ donation app on Facebook, the two-sided marketplace, which is people receive organs and also people who are giving away organs. So for LinkedIn groups, there are two major segments that you didn't pick at the beginning. That's why whatever you say, the metric is wrong. Okay, so for LinkedIn group, there are people who today who provide like content, who managers who create the group. Like I have my LinkedIn group. I'm gonna share with you guys the code where you can join my LinkedIn group. Okay. So for example, I'm the organizer. So I'm one group of segment, two-sided marketplace. The other sided marketplace is someone who is enrolling in those groups. So the most two important marketplace you need to identify, and then the subgroups, because you're missing those two. Everything you talk about is, oh, I'm talking about the hobbyist, the metrics, but because they're one small segment of the bigger segment I described to you, so everything you say is just wrong. Make sense?
Yeah, I think I just like wasn't wording it well, I guess, because initially I said people creating the groups and then the people who are in it, and then breaking it down into like specific actions, like, or like what are the people creating groups like, and then what are the people like in the groups like. And so I don't know if that was kind of like the right way to go about it.
No, so the right way to go about it is that you pick the most important metrics of both sides first. For example, so tell me the most important metrics for people who create the group, just like I own my group. So tell me, what do you think is the most important one?
Well, I guess like number of active users in the group.
That's wrong, because you're talking about me, which is the creator of the group, right? So the owner of the group. So what's most important for my side first? You're talking about the other side of marketplace. You should pick something for my side of marketplace.
So
I'm in my yard. So
the goal of the person who
let me go in. Sir, let me go in. I'm in my yard. Let me go and make sure everybody's safe. Okay. The very big truck. Okay, yeah. So tell me, keep going. So for my group, the owner of the groups, the organizers, what do you think is most important for my side?
Well, I think it's people that are enrolling in your group.
No, for my side. Okay, so my side in terms of if you are the product manager of LinkedIn creating this product, right? So to represent how successful this product is for me, right? They need to understand the North Star. Most important thing is how many people are like similar to Nancy, the number of the owners, the creators are using this Facebook like group app to directly create groups. It's more important to have lots of me, because what if there's only one group for the entire LinkedIn and it's definitely not successful? There should be lots of creators and out there, right?
I think I had that like if I look at my notes, like amount of groups created, and then like then talk about average active users, like number of posts per week and interactions.
Those are part of health. Those are not the most important one. Okay, so North Star is the most important one. So let me just tell you the answers. Write it down. So the most important is, for example, the number of the owners, what active owners on this group. You also need to define what I mean by active owners, was someone who created the group. And the other group is that you can define the number of, like, for example, what's in each groups. And you can see, so the number of people who like participate in each groups. So for example, Nancy can like participate in 5 different groups, basically say how many groups do I join. So that's something could be very important for people to measure. Okay, what if there's only one super active group, like 1 million people was in the group, right? And then there's only one and everyone else do not go to any other groups. So to them, it's more important. Okay, so for this group, so how many groups per individual people is involved, and more than involved, it should also be very like actively participate in those groups. That's a North Star, right? So afterwards you can describe. So once in the group, there are sub-segment of the group, how do they engage? And so North Star is very different from the individual like stars, whatever different things you describe. Okay, so pick the most important thing, because you really need to think about why people create the product. What if there's a corner case, a super popular groups and nobody else use it? So you pick something that can measure the entire platform, how successful it is. Make sense? Okay, so another trick is that you guys need to do as many live cases as possible, because different cases, they look for different things. In the interview, they're really looking for product sense, and they throw down any kind of new, for the rental market, how we break it down, what the metrics, success metrics for them, for these guys. You need to really think about these different kind of examples on the spot right away. Okay, so I recommend you guys to do as many live cases as possible. That's the best way to really quickly think about how to break it down. What's a North Star? And very quickly, a lot of people just come out with many different non-North Star metrics that will just make you lose opportunity to join any company. Okay.
Yep.
Very cool. Okay, great. Cool. Thank you for joining us. So yes, so we're doing this every week. Please make sure you guys share and comment and like all the content we have. Make sure you submit all the requests to get a Zoom link ahead of time. And people who are selected to join us live, and as I said, it's based on who either supports the nonprofit I support, and also people who directly involve in terms of helping people spread the organic content of my YouTube channel. Okay, great. So a quick housekeeping. Let me share. Okay, let me see if any questions we have in the Slack. In the YouTube channel. Okay, let me try to answer as fast as possible for YouTube. Okay, so you guys can directly, where can we find the PM workshop? Okay, how do I get 4 PM Prime Manager offer in 60 days? Yes, where you can find it is here. So let me show you my screen. You can go to my website, drnancy.com, to find out, but let me show you here so you can find out. Okay, so actually LT and ask this question, where can we find the workshop where I teach you how would you land your dream product manager offer within 60 days? So it's right here. Okay, so go to my website, drnancy.com/masterclass, where you can get this free product masterclass. So let me also put the link in the chat so people can find it. Okay. Let me also message. Yes, so you can see this message being pinned right now. Yes, go there and so you can find more information over there. Okay. So another question. So how do I know if a certain metric is correct North Star metric or not? Okay, so let me write down this answer on my slide so people know what question do we answer. Okay, so let me do this. The question, questions. How do I know? So, oh, I don't know. I need to make it bigger. Okay, this question. How do I know if, hold on, I shared the wrong slides. Do I share the wrong slides? Right slides? Oh, the right slides. Okay, I think you guys can see my slides. Okay, so how do I know if a certain metric is a correct North Star metric or not? Okay, so the answer is that it's based on experience. Usually the interviewer can tell is really a North Star or not. So that's why you guys need to do lots of live cases, as many as possible, to be very frank with you guys. So once you train yourself that, okay, I have done this, and because Uber Eats, North Star is very different from like Facebook groups and also LinkedIn pages. Everything is different. So the more live cases you do, the faster you come out with North Star metric. And then you can see, wow, there's a trend for different kind of product. Each one is very different. So do not just say daily active users. So in my Product Manager Accelerator, we have taught over 30, I think we have 39 live cases we taught before. So the more cases you do, the better is that I know this. Seriously, once you have done like 39 different cases with me, you say, wow, I know exactly how to come up with North Star metrics. Yes. So the short answer to this is based on experience. So the more experience you have, the faster you know this is the right North Star metric. Okay. Let me see another question. So feel free to comment in the chat for YouTube. Okay. So, oh, so is Prince. I love this name, Prince. Okay. So Prince asked this question. Is a product manager analyst role be likened to a product manager role? What do you mean be likened? You have a typo, Prince. You have a typo. Okay, so correct your typo, put in. I don't understand your question. Okay, so I assume you mean this. So let me pull up here. Let me share my screen and putting your questions here on the screen so everybody can see this. And also please correct your typo. I assume you mean this. Okay, so his question is this. Is the product owner analyst role be likened to a product manager? I think you be promoted, or is the same? Do you mean this? Okay, so let me guess what this means. That's weird. Okay, so given the typo, so let me guess what does this mean? Okay, be likened. Be the same. Same. And let me change it. I assume it means it's the same product manager. So it's different. Product owners mainly focus on a small chunk of the product, only certain part of product. I have a free training tell you the differences between product owner and product manager. Product manager more manage things end to end. Product owner is more like engineering facing and managing certain type of features. So let me share you where to find free training. Okay, so I have a free training right here. You guys need to learn how to find it. So go here, right? YouTube, there's a training. You guys need to find your channel. Okay, so the video here will help you to understand those same or similar is product owner is right here. Product owner versus product manager. So in this video, product owner versus product managers, the differences between roles and responsibility, hierarchy, and the salary as well. Okay, so make sure you watch this video as part of your training. But very likely product owner analyst will be promoted to become a product manager. Okay, so let me see next question we have. Okay. Okay, another question. Where do you recommend we find practice cases if you don't have case? Where do you recommend? Let me put it here. Okay. So make sure you guys do not put typo. When I have typo, I find it very hard for me to answer your questions. So let me show you my screen so everybody can read this question together. Let me also do it here, make it big. By the way, this is how exactly I train my students in the PM Accelerator. So basically, people submit the questions. We're going to make sure that all the questions are widely displayed, even the slides the same. Interesting. And then you come in to like get your questions answered or do mock interview with me. Okay. So where do you recommend we practice? You mean cases? If we don't have case partners. Okay, so step one is I want you guys to find case partners. Okay, I have a LinkedIn group where you can request to join. Let me bring up the barcode of the LinkedIn group very quickly. Step one is join the LinkedIn group. And step two is that you can start writing down your answers without a partner, but you need both. Let me show you the LinkedIn group you guys can join. There's a barcode you can scan. One sec. Let me bring it up. So the LinkedIn group you guys can join. Can we just talk about the metrics of LinkedIn group? Funny. So the most important thing is the number of owners creating groups and also the number of like people who participate in like multiple groups. Those are very important metrics to identify. Okay, so the LinkedIn group is here. Where is it? Hold on. Okay, so let me put the QR code of the LinkedIn group here. Keep original style. It's original style. Okay, so you guys can take a screenshot right now and scan the barcode to find your mock interview partners. So practice with them at the same time. You can also write down your answers on your own in terms of customer segmentation or start metrics. So those are very important for you to get started and practice. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Where is the question channel? I think I lost the question channel. Wow. Yes, I saw all the questions here. Okay, great. Cool. All right. So please put, do you guys know how to put in the sum up emojis? Oh, okay. So everybody please put the sum up emoji if you find the free training useful, and make sure you submit your questions next time so you can find out the questions in the, how to send the emoji. Weird. Yeah, so you can find out more information on my website and also description of this video, and you can directly go there to do mock interviews and also submit the questions to join me live next week. Okay, so miss the screenshot. Okay, so no, let me show you the screenshot again. Miss the screenshot. Okay, where is how to share? Miss the screenshot. Okay, right here. All right, so you can take a screenshot right now and join those groups later on. And also you should also download this interview questions for your prep interview. Okay, awesome. So make sure to share this. I'm also really appreciate, actually, who said this? Actually, Easy Money Golfer. We have a follower called Easy Money Golfer, and I really like your comment. So basically he said this. Okay, so Easy Money Golfer said, Dr. Lee, your video is so great. Just from watching them, I got an offer, a role of senior product manager for a startup in New York. Okay, so I want all of you guys to start taking free trainings. If you need extra help and regarding getting the live feedback, and so that you can get results very quickly. So watch the free masterclass will teach you how to land your product manager job offer within 60 days. And then you can see if you're a good fit for the product manager accelerator program, where I teach people how can you receive customer advice and quickly land your dream product manager job offer. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Okay, so we are going to end today's session. So make sure to share and like and subscribe, and also see me next week. Again, your question will be prioritized based on who share the most, and also whoever support the nonprofit that I support. And I believe that's the most important mission for everybody to grow and to live a fulfilling life. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to see you guys next time. This is Dr. Nancy Lee. Wish all of you guys landing your dream product manager job offer very quickly. All right, cool. See you guys soon.